Hey everyone, it's Eileen. One of the questions that I get asked all the time is about highlighting and contouring. A lot of women kind of want to add the technique into their repertoire a little bit, but they're not really too sure how to do it. So I'm going to give you a really simple demonstration on how to do that using a few of our products. Generally speaking, you can use concealers, foundations, BB creams, any sort of highlighting powder, any sort of powder that's darker to achieve the look. You can do it with just about anything, like honestly, just about anything. I really like to use a powder more frequently than not, and out of our collection, what I use is my Beachfront bronzer. Half of this is a shimmer, so if I'm just using it as a bronzer with my big fluffy brush, I'll just all over it and put it where the sun would naturally hit me. But for the purposes of contouring, I use the matte side. And the other product I use is actually our eye pigment in Sexy, just to sort of put a little bit of highlight around. I don't do as much highlighting because I find that I can sort of achieve the same look with our mineral concealer powder. So that one's just a little bit of one in a few little areas, but I'll add that in for you guys. And then I'll throw a bit of blush into it too. So super easy. I'll do one side just to save time's sake. I squish my blusher brush down and I just apply some product here. So with contouring, what you want to do is you want to stay below your cheekbone. So right in here, one easy trick to do is I'll actually go along and I'll just sort of feel where it is, and because I have a little bit of nails, it kind of sticks into that area. And then I just take this and really gently sweep it down underneath that area, if you can see it. And then I'll let it go and I just sort of press it in. So you sort of think from your ear along your cheekbone, kind of down towards your mouth, not all the way, but leave yourself a little bit of space, because what you want to highlight is sort of this area of your face. So I apply that one in first, and I'm just going to leave it there. And then I will take my blush. And for this one, I'm using Sweet because I feel it is the color name that best represents my personality. Our blush is very highly pigmented, so I literally just push it in a little bit because otherwise I end up looking like Snow White. And I take this and I sort of think 2 fingers breadth away from my nose, and I just sort of go in and along on the apple of the cheek, and I just add a little bit across that way, and then I just leave it there. And then I take my big powder puff brush and I just blend it in to each other so that there's no definite line. It just hangs out there. Blend them in. If you get coming too low, you can always take a sweep of your pressed powder foundation underneath there, and that will sort of take it away for you. And then I'll take this brush, which is not actually a unique brush. It's called a crease defining brush, but I think it would probably make a real mess of creasing. And tap off a little bit of excess. And then I just go along that area of my cheekbone on the high point where this light is, where I want to have more light reflection. Now this I find with just a little bit of pigment, it doesn't really require a lot of blending, but if it did, you could take this and sort of blend it down, and then that would get rid of that issue. Sometimes I contour my nose, which is what I've been doing a little bit more since I've had my baby and have been a little bit heavier. And I just use my little concealer brush, and again, the same sort of thing. I'll just sort of dab it in here. And I take this down and just gently, literally draw a line down the side of this part of my nose. And then tap off my excess, because I do have it, or flick it off. And then I just blend it very gently down, like that. And then I'll actually take my puff brush too and just give it a little brush so that there's no real define, and that gives just a little bit slightly thinner appearance to my face. Easy, easy. You can totally do it. Let me know if you have any questions with that one, and I will get back to you with a response as fast as I can. Thanks, guys.